Hello there, everybody. I'm so glad that you could manage to come along this evening. And it's wonderful. It's such a powerful time in the year, September. It's our 9th month of the year. And of course, we are fast approaching Friday, the 9th of the 9th. And 2016 also adds up to a 9. So 999, and then if you add all of them together, that's 27. And again, 7 plus 2, another 9. So they're calling it the quadruple 9. They're calling it the big whammy. And it's a day when they're saying you could really manifest whatever your heart desires. And I guess for some people, it's also going to be about bringing their dreams true, perhaps not in ways that you might think of. But for me, I think personally, it's going to be a bit like the tower in the tarot set and turning everything a bit upside down. And everything we were used to doing and being and seeing and all of that is going to be turned around. And I sense that is going to happen for a lot of people that know me. So just to flag that up for you, because I'm giving you a warm welcome to our show tonight, Patricia Iris Kerins Show, on the Gift of Healing TV platform. And it's the second in this series about relationships. And this one is about the relationship with your finances. And what I'm going to do tonight is give you some tips as to how to really nourish this relationship, how to expand it and make it just something that you no longer need to worry about. Because I know that people do worry a lot about it. And I'll put my hand up. I've done my fair share in my lifetime, and I'm sure you have too. Looking back to when I was a child, I guess I was brought up in a fairly middle-class background, and it's something I always took for granted. It was there, and I think that kind of wasn't a healthy way to go into adult life, because when the support mechanisms were no longer there and you're standing on your own 2 feet, it's certainly a whole different ballgame. Then, of course, proceeding into life and learning lots of new things, learning all what it is to be on the planet at this time, understanding that we are energetic beings, we are all vibration, very simply vibration, resonating, calibrating at a certain frequency. And there is no difference, there is no separation between any of us, or indeed anything. I'm looking at my nice pine table here that I'm sitting at. You know, it's a heavy vibration, it's a heavy energy. It just means it's calibrating at a much lower level than me. And also, there are many beings who are calibrating at frequencies way, way much higher than me. Angels, for example, ascended masters, illumined beings, star beings, so many of them who are not showing up physically, they are so light. So we are still stuck, if you like, with the density of our 3-dimensional physical bodies. But most of us now, certainly those of us who are consciously working on our awakening, are really in the 5th dimension. And yet so many of us are still treading along with this money thing. And it ruins people's opportunities to do things, because that good old saying, well, I can't afford it, comes in. And so something is put aside, which really might have been very beneficial for you, would have helped you step up and onto a different level where you could enjoy more benefits for yourself. It's all about, for me, investing in yourself. And over the years, I know I have done that to beat the band. And there are times, and I know you can all relate to this, when I've run my credit card up and then spent ages getting it all sorted out. But you know what? The universe is amazing. I've always managed to do it. I've always managed to be able to sort out my finances and get it going right. And I guess the more you get into all the spiritual work, the spiritual understanding, the gnosis, the inner knowing, the more you understand there is no separation. And I'm going to keep repeating that. I repeat it in practically everything I say these days. There is no separation between you and any energy on the planet. Now, money is just one of those energies. It's as simple as that. It's like love. I actually think everything's love. Everything has the potential to be love when the dark teachings and things like that are all transmuted. Then we can stand in that amazing energy of love and understand that the money is also love. You know, I was working with a client the other week there, and we were doing some work around this subject. And I said to her, you know, why don't we give this energy a name that you would feel comfortable with? Now, she chose a certain name, but I thought about it tonight. I thought, well, what name would I choose? And Harman, well, I'll be honest with you, Hermione came in first. Then I thought, no, I'm going to make it harmony, okay, because it's still got money in it. Because the interesting thing was, once I'd shared that with my client, she then began to see that name everywhere. She then began to be manifesting wadges of money from all over the place, going into a handbag and finding £200 that had been stashed at some point, totally forgotten, but it was a beautiful windfall. And her beautiful friend that she shared what I taught her with was also manifesting like mad. They were having a ball, and she was calling her beautiful money name. I won't give it away here, but I'm calling mine Harmony. And when I find harmony in my life, when I really learn to love harmony as much as I'm loving myself, all will be very, very well. You see, it harks back to our first program in the series, which was about self-love, the relationship with you. So, you know, I'm just looking at what I've written here. It's about building that relationship with yourself. It all comes back to that. You know, what value do you place upon yourself? Are you not good enough? Are you not good enough of receiving for what you're offering in exchange? Whatever it is, whether it's a beautiful massage to give someone, or whether it's singing a song, busking in Buchanan Street in Glasgow, or whatever it would be for you, doing the books for someone. You can bet your life the lawyers and accountants and all those folk that have gone and got the diploma or the degree, you know, somebody said to them, bing, you are so worthy, you've got this degree. And, you know, the shoulders come back up and wow, self-esteem's really high. And yeah, I'll charge £250 an hour to be a lawyer. Absolutely great. Well, do you know what? What I'm going to do for you today is simply say to you, bing, here's your certificate. Have a certificate which states very clearly your name, and I am worthy, because I've studied at the University of Life and I understand that harmony and I are one and there is no separation. Now that's just fabulous. That brings that valuing yourself into being. A lot of the time we think about the other people. Could they afford it? Could they do that? And we actually get caught up in the machinations of what those people's finances are. And really and truly, that is none of our business. What I do is, of course, I have 2 or 3 clients to whom I choose. Now, here's a powerful thing. I choose to gift my work to. And it will be from a certain heart perspective, whether they've been very, very ill, or whether I know they really can't afford anything, or whatever. But Other than that, that's when I choose. That's when I choose to deliver that. Other than that, I charge what I regard to be a fair price for what I am offering. And not everybody will agree with that. A lot of people think healing, in inverted commas, should be for nothing. Spiritual matters should be for nothing. But then, if I wasn't here loving me, looking after me, putting food on this beautiful pine table for my tea at night, my breakfast, I wouldn't be here to help you be all you can be. So I have to really help me be all I can be, so that I can bring this forward with you, so I can share my little gems with you. So the first tip that I would offer you, and I did say there were miraculous tips, and you know the proof of the pudding will be in the eating, but give what you regard to be your finances, give them a name. Just give them a name, call them something that you're happy with. And I want you to set about nourishing that relationship. Be open to receiving love from that name, from that entity, from that energy that is your name for money. You're open to receiving love, but you're open to giving love. In actual fact, you're going to flow love in and out of the energy of your finances. And you're going to go with the flow. And when you're flowing, you see, when you flow with the universe, nothing can get in the way. You know, sometimes clients book in with me and then for some reason or another, they cancel out. When I first started in this life, healing life, if you like, oh, that really got up my nose because it could, you know, really muck up the whole day. And but also it was a loss of payment. And it was as if people just, that was okay for them to do that. That was quite disrespectful. They didn't give notice. You know, I know that if I don't turn up at the dentist, he's got big signs all over the place. If you don't come, you pay. If you don't give me sufficient notice, you pay. You see, there's another thing, isn't self-love also about strong boundaries and asserting those boundaries? And I'm having a bit of a challenge with that with some people at the moment who owe me money, actually, and I've been quite diligent in trying to get the money back. I'm trying to be as kind as I can, but it can be very trying. However, I am persistent and I am consistent, and I will persevere because I respect myself and I don't like my boundaries really being mucked about. So have a look at your boundaries. Have a look at how you allow people to treat you, because you spend your life teaching people how to treat you. So if you're going to allow them to walk all over you, then, you know, whatever you get is really what you deserve. Equally, if you stand in your power and you bring forward all your power, then they will treat you with respect. If you say, this is how it is for me, this is how I would like to be treated, then they will honour that, hopefully. And if they don't, you know, you just need to move on, let it go and move on. So there we have respect, we have self-worth. Am I good enough? Is what I'm doing good enough to command that price? Should I be doing that? You know, when I first started off, I think it was £25 for a session, and it's gone up and up and up as my self-worth has gone up. As I have acknowledged actually what I'm doing for people, I change people's lives. I make their lives really functional. We go from dysfunctional to functional, from unhappy to happy. What are you doing? Sit down, think about it. What am I doing? What function do I fulfill? How am I helping them? Do you know what? I think it's priceless, actually, to give somebody back their life, I don't think you can put a price on that. But you know, you charge what you're happy charging. Your heart needs to be happy. And sometimes you have to push it beyond its current limits. And that's okay. That is so okay. So I'm going to drink to that. Let's have a wee glass of water. Good stuff. But you know, it comes back to vibration. Your solar plexus, third chakra, yellow. It's like a big yellow shamanic drum. And it plays your melody out. And it's playing the melody not just from this lifetime, but past lives, ancestral stuff. It's got the whole orchestra. It's got loads and loads of music in there. It's got big musicals from the past in there. It's got all these different things in there playing out, playing out. There might be some hidden anger buried really deep from a past life. It's playing out. There might be some deep guilt playing out, shame playing out, loads of love, happiness. We're having a ball here playing out. So, you know, it's like a huge, huge, big pot, and it's bubbling and surging with all those different energies. And it's a great thing to clear it. You've really got to be clearing your solar plexus, cleansing and cleaning it. I had to sit down. Today's been a funny day energetically for me. And I think loads of people are experiencing this. It really is. It's highs and lows, and crying, not crying. And somebody said to me the other day, because I'd shared with them on a one-to-one level, that I was having some very emotional times, tearful times. And the message came back, oh my goodness, Patricia, even you are experiencing this. Well, I didn't really like the expression, even you, because you know what? I'm not way up here and you're away down there. Hello, we're sisters. You know, I've got a saying in Scotland, we're all Jock Tamson's bairns, and you can be assured that we are. Some of us have just been doing this a bit longer. We've been learning, and we're sharing as we go along. We learn, we teach, we share. So that's what I'm doing. And this is all about you and your relationship with your finances. So what I would ask you to do is really begin to love your finances. How many of you tiptoe around them? Diddy. How many of you don't keep your bank statements up to date and really keep an eye on the ball? Tiddy. You know, once a year I gather it all together for the accountant and just about have apoplexy as I'm chasing people for invoices and need a bit of paper here and a bit of paper there. You know, we don't deal with it terribly well. Some of us are meticulous. I absolutely love and adore you. Please give me some of that energy. I need to acquire it. And I would absolutely love it to be like that. But also, I just need to accept myself the way I am. I am a lot better than I used to be, I have to say. In fact, my lovely next door neighbour's son came in and sat at this lovely pine table, and he sorted everything out for me, got it into date order, got it all tickety-boo. And so I am a lot more organised than I used to be. It's just not my strength. You know, the universe did place me in one of, well, I actually worked for two of the biggest banks in the country at a fairly senior level. That's the laugh, equivalent to the accountant in the branch kind of thing. I still haven't got it, guys. I still put it off. I still creep around it. So, you know, how are you with that? About having your finger on the pulse. Here's another question for you. How many of you sort of go about saying, well, I've got a block, I've done so-and-so's manifesting webinars, I've done so-and-so's, and I learned this from Louise Hay, and I did that with Wayne Dyer, and la. And here I am blocked, you know, I am blocked. I hear it all the time. I am blocked. And the more you affirm that, I have to tell you, the longer you will perpetuate that state of being, because that's what you believe it to be. Watching your words, watching what you say. Here's another tip. we need to turn those around, don't we? I am blocked. That could cause all kinds of things. It could cause constipation. It could cause all kinds of troubles with your elimination system. You want everything to flow in your life. You want to be taking in and letting go. Always keeping a little bit in the heart, of course, building up the love. I bring love in and I let the love go. I flow the money in and I let it go. And if people cancel, they cancel, because guess what? Somebody else will come in. They go, others come in. People book, and then I have a quiet period. Waves, I go with the flow. I am flowing. Now, that brings me to a wee song I put up in the meme this week. And I did a webinar just last week, it was, helping people with money. It had a big, powerful visualization on it. I'm not doing that tonight. If you want to do that, do go to my web. It is up there. But I'm going to share this. I'm just going to sing this because I would really love you to be singing with me. And it's to the tune of I Am Sailing. And it's just, you just say, I am flowing. I am flowing. Now, this affects your whole being, and it allows you to flow and move and merge with the universe. Because the universe is a bit of a cricketer, it kind of throws you wobblies now and again. And sometimes you just have to shimmy out the way and do a bit of dancing, a wee bit of the old qigong and the yoga. So just take a deep breath in and think, I am flowing. I am flowing, I am flowing with the universe. I am flowing, I am flowing, I am flowing with the universe. And you know what? I can see you all. I can hear you all. Keep doing that. In the car, driving along, doesn't matter who's looking at you. I am flowing. Watch all the lights turn to green. Bang, bang, bang. Who's listening? The universe. The universe says, oh, she thinks she's flowing. We better make that happen, guys. All the lights to green. She wants a parking place in front of Opal Moon. Okay, let's give her that. It works because the angels are listening. The ascended masters are listening. Everyone is listening. Universe. So that's your song for tonight. You'll be glad that's over. But we really need to do that. But the other thing is to look at your beliefs. What are your beliefs around money? We've all been taught amazingly well. We've all had this wrong teaching. Now, I wonder if you were taught that life's going to be difficult. Life's going to be hard. Oh, it's going to be a struggle. Not easy to make money. You've got to work really, really hard to make money. And we've heard all of that. I believe that the world out there is the greatest hypnotist because they're telling us this stuff all the time. And understandably, we've taken it on board, especially when we're younger, before we've woken up. We're like sponges. We take it all in. Oh my God, I'm at university and I'm doing this degree, or I'm at college. It's going to be really difficult when I get out there. Do you know that we have a whole generation of people that think it's going to be difficult? And they're going to have to work all the hours that God gives. Just look at these doctors, the student doctors. I've got to work all the hours that God gives. I've got to put every last ounce of my energy. I might be on my knees. I might, get ill. But no, they don't care because they want what they want. They want. So, see how you give your power away to that there's a big body out there called they. And they think this and they think that. And we tend to give our power away. So I'm going to come back to an earlier point. I'm just aware that time flies. I'm going to ask you to measure on a scale of 0 to 10. If you are feeling blocked regards money, 10 being I'm seriously, seriously blocked and I don't know what it is. It might be that wrong teaching. It might be those beliefs. I don't actually know. I'm not sure. I want you to mark yourself, okay? Let's say you're a 5 out of 10. That's how high. If it was a 10, you would be totally blocked. You would be homeless down the pan. So a 5 is middle of the road. You want to get to 0 because you don't want to be blocked at all. 10 would be really extreme blockage of finances and flow. 0, no blockages at all. I hope I've made that clear. I want you to tap. We're going to do some EFT. Just tap along with me. EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. And as you tap, you say, even though I don't know why I am blocked, I don't know what's causing it. I don't know whether it's old beliefs, patterns, don't know. Whatever it is, I choose to let it go now because I love myself. I am worthy. I deserve the best. And even though I don't know what it is that's causing the block, I can let that all go now. I don't need to know, it's just story. I'll let it go. I'll let the old habits go. I'll let that wrong teaching go and all the patterns. I'm going to let it go now. Because I really love myself. I believe I deserve the best. And I'm letting it go. So even though I have this block, don't know what causes it, I'm letting it go now. And you breathe. Top of the head, tapping. This block, don't know what it is, don't know anything about it, letting it go now. Coming down, corners of the eyes, letting go of this block. Don't need this block. On here, this block. Letting go of this block as regards my finances. This block, letting go of it now. No longer needing a block of any description in my life. No longer needing a block. I choose to let go of it now. On here, do the Tarzan bit. Even though I've had this block, I'm choosing to let it go now. Because I choose to live a beautiful life freely flowing. And my finances and my beautiful name of Harmony for mine, I'm developing a beautiful relationship with her and I'm open to receiving. I am open to receiving. Letting go, going with the flow. Letting go, going with the flow. Letting go of all these old stinking beliefs, stinking teaching, the whole thing, wrong thinking. Letting it all go now, no longer needing it, bye-bye. Letting it go, no longer needing it. Choosing love, choosing healthy harmony, choosing love and light to my life. I am flowing. I am flowing. You are flowing. We are flowing. I am flowing. Give us your song. Want to hear everybody singing that tomorrow. I am flowing. That's it. Rod Stewart, eat your heart out. Good work. Now, just under your arm, where your brass strap is, in there, you'll feel it. All these acupressure points, or wee needly points. Hands down on your knees. Now, put the specs back on. Look at your number. Whatever that number was out of 10, you are now heading for 0. So what number is floating in? Are you at 0? Are you pretty near it? I'm going to leave this with you. A recording of this program goes up online onto YouTube, and you can go through that as often as you like. Get it to 0. I'm going to tell you something. You can absolutely do it. Absolutely do it. Okay? So, our next meeting is scheduled for the 26th of September. And I may need to postpone that for a week because I couldn't get an early enough flight back from France. We're doing our Magdalene retreat in France, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I've got 9 beautiful souls coming on that with me. But I hope that what we've done tonight has really cleared things, taught you how to really flow. Sarah's saying, an affirmation. I am living a fully funded mission. I love that, Sarah. Thank you so much. I'll use that one. Fantastic. Isn't that lovely that Sarah's shared that? And this is her beautiful platform. We're on Gift of Healing. Go on to giftofhealingtv.com. Remember the TV bit. But yeah, just remember, give money a name. Develop a lovely, loving relationship. Best friends, besties, as they say. And do your tapping. Get rid of those old beliefs. They no longer serve. Watch what you're saying. Watch your mouth, as they say. Always positive. Let's get rid of this block language. It's been going on too long. So many people market their work like that. You blocked, la, la, la. No, we're not blocked. We're flowing. So here we go. I am living a fully funded mission. I certainly am. Big love to everybody. Big hugs. And I'll keep you posted about the date for our next get together. So much love to you all. Bye-bye.